Good afternoon, folks. As you can see today, we will be playing some Victoria 2: A House Divided. This game, or expansion pack, came out a few days before this video. So, some of you might notice immediately that there's a second scenario now, which is, as the title of the expansion goes, A House Divided. It features the American Civil War right here. But actually, the expansions and overall, well, game improving expansion, it's not just focused on the American Civil War. So we are actually going to be playing as our Sardinia Piedmont, and as you can see here, I've played through a bit just to see how the nation goes. And for those who don't know, Sardinia Piedmont was pretty much the country that became Italy after Napoleon swept through Europe. Italian states were broken up into smaller, pieces over here. And yeah, so let's go. Alright, so this is the game window. And let's just see what provinces we have here. So we are producing quite a lot of fruit. That's about it. Fruit and a little bit of coal, and I guess a little bit of wool. Now, what I'm reading is that I'm just reading these, which are the base, the resource gathering operations, which is the base employment out of the people. Some of the stuff should be fairly self-explanatory. These are crime, I kind of call them crime syndicates, but really they're just things that affect the province right now because of our low administrative efficiency. And this is our Argo presence ownership, which affects this thing's productivity. Workforce ideology and culture should be fairly simple. Supply limit should also be fairly simple. It's just how many troops we can support on that province. This should be all fairly simple. We'll explain stuff as we go on. Alright, so our provinces are fairly decent. We're producing a lot of fruit, which is our main thing, and these are the amount of employees in the Argo, or I just call it province. So we have room, quite a lot of room, except for Nice, which is a small province, doesn't really produce much. Yeah. So let's go into production. Not much to see here for now. Budgets. We're gonna turn down national stockpile into 0 because that's just how our nation stockpiles goods. We're gonna get rid of that right away, and everything else looks fine. For technology, we are going to research the practical steam engine because that gives us the farming output, which in turn affects the fruit production in these 3 provinces. Now, what that does is that it increases efficiency by 50%. So we put out more stuff, but it actually shrinks the cap for maximum employees inside the province because the thing replaces employees. So, yeah, but that's not a problem, for now at least, because we are going to be industrializing fairly soon. And we have quite a big standing army for such a small nation. One thing I'm going to do is set a national focus inside this region. The region's made out of different provinces. As you can see at the top here, all of these are still Piedmont. Well, this one is Piedmont province. And I want more bureaucrats. because bureaucrats affect our administrative efficiency right here. Our current efficiency is only at 17.7%, so that's not very high, and that's why we have a lot of crime inside our country. And I'm just going to turn on time here. So right now we're at peace, we're trading quite a lot of goods, and yeah, the alliances should be flowing in now. Now what we have to do is reunite Italy, and all of the stuff in the little yellow pieces are what we're supposed to go and get. That'll take a bit of time because right now we're 14th placed inside the world, which isn't very high. And our political system is an absolute monarchy right now in our upper house, which the upper house makes decisions on political and social reforms and such. Right now they're mainly conservative. Eventually they'll become more and more liberal, because before 1836 the French Revolution happened, and being so close, the ideas of liberty and freedom and all that really influenced the neighboring countries, and soon we'll see more national consciousness and militancy. These two are slightly different from each other. Consciousness affects our political reforms here, and it's generally a measure of how well people understand the world around them, how well they're aware, whereas militancy is the people's anger regarding social issues. Right now we're losing money because of something. Just decrease education by a small bit. And yeah, consciousness will pretty much always go up, and eventually we will be siding with them, but for now we are not, because with our current party, our reactionary party, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that, we are under state capitalism, so our government can actually build factories, which people who never played this game might be thinking, oh, well, shouldn't be a big deal, but in Victoria, one of the major things is keeping your population classes happy, and getting important ones such as capitalists, which invest into building new factories. So let's go into our population tab, and as you can see, our country's mainly made out of farmers and laborers, very little of anything else. And capitalists are at 0 actually. Apparently we have 3 Jews inside the country. These water, beer, and wine cups represent people's needs and how well they are being met. So the water cup means, your basic stuff, how well are you being fed. The beer cup is everyday needs, and the wine cup is your luxury needs. So most of the population's needs are being met, except for a few different classes, but that'll change. So this is the beginning of the game. I don't think it actually logs it that well right now. More alliance offers. No, we're not going to accept those ones, and let's try to form an alliance with France later on. Right now I'm going to try to increase our relations with them. What just happened was that a country went bankrupt, and obviously they couldn't pay us the debits they owe us, so we get a reason to go to war with them. Now, as you can see, we have quite a bit of cash reserves, and some of this goes into the nation's bank, which in turn goes into this. Our country gives loans to countries in debt, and that country owed us 5.7 euros or dollars or just cash in general, so there's no point in doing that. And first event, so Preacher Man. I'm pretty sure the font's readable. If it's not, I'll start reading them out in the next part, but yeah. So pretty much what it says is that the clergy have been not doing their jobs. So we can either control the clergy through legislative means, which would give us some more consciousness, or just kill them off and change the population. Now, this only affects one province, and let's see, so we can open it up like this, and how many of the clergy do we have? Oh, so not that much, so we can just go with the second option, because I don't want to get any consciousness right now. Threshing accident, so there we go. Okay, so a farmer has had a accident with a threshing machine, which I'm actually not sure what they are. So we have 3 options here in regards to safety regulations, or actually it's about trinket pensions right now. We can either meet their demands or seek local support, or ignore the issue completely. At the moment, I'm going to ignore the issue completely because we can do multiple things to reduce militancy, but not so much to change our social reforms, especially as time goes on. As Italy or Sudan and Piedmont, we have an event here that can reduce militancy and bring us prestige. So I'm actually going to just use that up as soon as possible and take out militancy while just boosting our country up. Okay, no. And I want to be allied with France, so I'm going to boost our relations again. Greece, okay. Since we have the money, I'm going to put some into administrative efficiency. Max that out so that we reduce crime in our country, such as these things. And eventually that'll just disappear as we increase our bureaucratic population. Yep, now it's gone. Oh, so looks like Gold Rush started in Cesare, the province in which we purged all of those clergymen. So they found gold here, and now it's changed to precious metals, which is much more expensive, which is nice. Sadly, a lot of people are leaving because they were farmers before, and now it's gold, so some of them are just shifting off. Yeah, during this time, immigration was going to the west, so we'll be gradually losing people, and looks like, yeah, Texas is gone. Oh, and it looks like we have started to build a luxury furniture factory inside Piedmont, which is nice. We're beginning to industrialize. And since we have such a large amount of money, we can actually invest into these projects. So people also want to build a canned foods factory, and I say let them. So we will max that out and invest that cash into it, which will be spent in buying these 3 ingredients or resources that is needed to construct the factory. And it looks like, oh, yeah, they're still spending cash. So now we have 2 more options, and they're very limited amount of capitalists inside our country are investing in an ammunition factory. And since we have the cash to do it, I will invest into the ammunition factory because ammunition and military supplies in general are fairly expensive. Oh, border incident. So one of our cities was arrested by the police. So we get a reason to go to war with Switzerland. Switzerland is allied with Baden, fairly small country, so we don't have very much to worry about that. And if we were to get French support, no, still impossible. If we were to get support, I would definitely go and invade them at the moment. But at the moment, we don't have that support that is needed. I'm just going to ally myself with the Papal State, so that, well, one, hope we can try to get a French alliance again. Nope. But I do want to invade Italy, or Switzerland. And since we can call our allies, we will be. So now we will go to war with Switzerland. And we will increase military spending. And looks like we're going to go into debt fighting this war, which is fine. I'm just going to go into our military tab and mobilize our army, which will gather some of our troops, which will gather more troops. So now we've mobilized a portion of, well, some of our people, and I'm just going to research medicine to help us out on this. And let's just chase these people. Let's wipe out their army. However, we are on a tight leash here because of our potentially typhoid fever breaks out. So we can either quarantine people or let 20% of our overall population inside our central region die. So obviously let's quarantine the place. Surprisingly we lost that battle. I thought we had a pretty good chance of winning. But oh well. A secret society popped up who's trying to influence your population. We can't really do much about it for now. We're just gonna have to let it pass. And use our large force here to destroy this group. You know what, let's form a bigger army and invade them. And let's see how broke we are. So we owe quite a lot of money actually. I'm gonna reduce military spending. Oh. So, Canada Streets Conspiracy. A group of known radicals have gathered, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. So, we either gain 10% in the upper house to be, to convert them into liberals, or we gain 10 conservative in the upper house, and I'm going to go with conservative for now. and I'm gonna follow this army. The battle screen isn't very much. It's actually exactly the same as the one in EU3. I really need French support right now. Oh, yeah, we can actually get them into an alliance. So let's see if we can call them. Yes, we can. We can call them into your conflicts. So yeah, let's do it.